Hey everybody, Ryan FMG here, and we are all done with our set review. In our last video, we talked about Oichi, Despair Whale, and Perish, spirit-friendly deck, as it were. So what are we doing today? We are building a round with 0 Fight Against Inner Demons, and when I say build around, we are building around the new slow theme. Yes, slow is a mechanic that is usually negative and has been in Teppen for a while. However, with BOA, it kind of introduced a lot of cards that are like, hey, you can get rid of slow on your units, or you can pump up your slow units. So it is now a build around, so let's see how good it is. We're playing a lot of units with, spoiler alert, slow. We're playing a playset of Moth. This has been around for a while. This has been a very good card in a lot of 3.5 Morgans and growth decks and stuff like that. Halo Guardian, 3 MP for 1/7 with slow and counter damage +2. This is great with that counter damage because whenever it counters something, it's basically hitting for 3 attack, which is fantastic in a unit battle, as it were. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this one. A and K, basically 3 MP play, take slow, throw it to one of your enemies, and now inflict slow. We are just playing 2 of these because there are a couple more powerful things. Maybe, I do really like this card, so maybe we go up to 3. Blue Cyclops, whenever this hits the enemy hero, give a random purple unit in your hand with an MP cost of 2 or more, -1 MP. So this is great MP advantage, and it has flight. So it hopefully will be hitting the opponent more frequently than a ground-based unit would. This card is fantastic. 3 MP for 1/8 with slow and crush. Attacking, deal 2 damage to a random enemy unit. Your hero gains life equal to the damage dealt. 2 damage might not seem a lot, but this is every single time it attacks. It also has crush, so it will stay on the board for quite some time because it does have 8 HP. And you're gaining 2 life every time this deals 2 damage. And life gain is always great, especially when it's just extra credit, right? We are playing a card that we want to play, and we're gaining life, which is awesome. And it's not, a Sibling Memories, which takes up a card slot. We're playing a playset, we are just playing 2 of 5 MP, 3/7 with slow, growth of 3. All of our stuff triggers the growth, and it gets +1/+1 in spillover, so put this in the middle lane. Spillover damage is fantastic. And then another +1/+1 and loses slow. We're playing the new legendary Fallen Angel because this card is fantastic. It is 5 MP for 1/7 with agility. While in your hand or EX pocket, if this unit's attack is 4 or lower, whenever friendly unit dies, gain +1 attack. So that's fantastic. So then hopefully this comes in as a 2, 3, or 4 attack unit rather than just a 1 attack unit. When placed on the field, this is why we're playing this card, remove slow from all friendly units with slow and give them agility. That's also why we are just kind of playing 2 A and K, because we want most of our stuff to have slow, so then LOL, slow turned into agility. And a playset of the 7 MP 2/8 with spillover. When played, give up to 2 purple units in your deck with an MP cost of 3 or less slow and counter damage +1, and then place them onto the field. This is a dude that brings 2 friends to the party. Yes, 7 MP is a lot, and usually 7 MP plays I tend to just want 1 or 2 of, especially when they are on a unit. However, this is so good. This could just fill up your board just in 1. It's an army in a can. Now, of course, we are playing some actions. Setsune is 1 MP, give +1 attack and agility to all friendly purple units with slow. Of note, this does not get rid of slow, and a unit can have slow and agility, which basically mitigates itself, right? So its attack gauge is just the normal speed of it hits every 10 seconds. We are playing the Skylark Tower, 2 MP, give a friendly unit +2/+2 in slow. Well, a lot of our units already have slow, so if you target a unit with slow with this action, it's just 2 MP for +2/+2, which is a pretty good pump spell, especially in purple. We're playing with the new legendary because, hey, let's just bamboozle our opponent, and you play a big threat. Well, LOL, I get that big threat now. It can be pretty fun, and I definitely want to play around with the new flashy cards. Incense Cannon is fantastic. 3 MP, remove slow from a friendly unit with slow. Then deal 5 damage split among enemy units. Your hero gains life equal to the damage dealt. 1, dealing 5 damage, gaining 5 life, hopefully. That is fantastic. And you're removing slow. So let's say you do Setsune. your, let's say, Halo Guardian, let's live the dream and say Blue Cyclops now has slow and agility. Well, you cannon targeting Blue Cyclops, you get rid of the slow, you deal all the damage, now Blue Cyclops just has agility. That is awesome. So Incense Cannon does so much work in this deck. So that's the deck. That's our slow deck, but let's see if we can get some fast wins. Round 1 against Oichi. Let's mulligan this hand for sure. Okay. This seems pretty great. So ooh, green. Let's kind of already interested in what our opponent's playing. So I kind of just want to play 3-drop, 3-drop, then 5-drop. Even though this will just come in for 1 attack, that seems really good because these are just so good. Now they have agility. Let's go. Yes, they are just 1 attack, but with agility and throwing around the 2 damage, this seems very good. Let's do this. Fighting against Inner Demons is so good because the pump spell right now could be pretty good. The removal spell is always fantastic. And it only costs 14 AP. 14 AP is so cheap. Oops, I kind of wanted to do that before, but that's okay. We actually didn't really need to do that, but if they do something, we can just tower onto the one that already has slow. And yet again, slow doesn't stack. Slow is just a status, so it's not like, oh, well, he has slow and slow, so it's even slower of a gauge. Nope, doesn't work that way. Yep. And we could have like done like Incense Cannon or something like that, but we don't really need to. Yeah, I guess we just do this. I don't know if I really want to give our opponent some free AP to play with, but we're almost at the, well, we were basically at the 10 MP, so I do still want to net some MP. And we could do this as soon as they like drop something. Yep. It doesn't even matter because these two, like, as soon as these 2 attack triggers do, that's 4 damage. Let's do this real quick and get rid of the slow. Let's do this. So then this will get agility, remove the slow, and now all of our units, all our triplets have agility.
Let me hear you scream. Let me see you rot.
And they don't have anything in there that seems good. Let's go. GG's. And, you know, with Sigma and stuff, Sigma just goes back in your deck, so that can kind of be bad, but we got there. Round 2 against Dive Attack. Let's keep this. We have MM. We can just play him, get 2 other units on the field. Then we have some great actions. Starting off with a Nero feels good. Yes, a 2/6 is fine, but man, he could have been a lot bigger. Let's drop this here. Ah. Let's do this. They do something. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Let's do this guy. So that this can kill this or kill itself when it flips into a Halo Guardian. We actually maybe wanted to make the Halo Guardian have agility. I wonder if we should have used the tower on this, because I really want to get this agility because it's just so much better with the deal 2 damage over and over and over again. Whoa. That's fine. Okay, GG's. Quick game. Another despair deck. Let's see if we can win again. Let's mulligan this. I want something spicier. Yes! Sometimes I actually just wonder if you should mulligan all the time just for this card. Because usually you don't have like dead hands. Yes, you could have hands that are better or worse, but as long as you have this card, it's probably going to be pretty fantastic feeling.
Come on, hero.
Sure. Let's give +2 to this, because now this will be a big threat that they want to deal with, and this is an MP advantage threat that they want to deal with, so we kind of like give the love. Okay, well, now I don't care about that card. It's just a 2/5. At least it's just a normal 2/5. It got rid of the slow.
You can have one too. Here, this one.
We could put this on here. Let's do it. Because now this will be a 4/6, so it'll eat this in 2 hits and still be a threat that they actually might want to deal with. Okay, kind of happy with this, because that was just going to be a 3/9. The counter damage isn't really doing anything, so a 3/9 with, you know, normal attack speed seems kind of better.
I can't hear it. That peaceful song.
Okay, well, they're getting their Sigma love and enjoyment for sure. And now we wait. We're not netting on anything, which kind of feels bad, but we can wait. How many Sigmas can we deal with? I have to deal with a lot. Because now this will have agility, and this will just trigger so much.
Nothingness is gone. You can have one too.
Unfortunately, I kind of want to use this on this. Yeah. And I say unfortunately because if we did that before, it would have been better because it would have been able to eat the Sigma in 1 hit. Yeah, that's unfortunate. There's no reason to do this. Now this doesn't have agility. We did get one -1 MP already, so that is pretty nice. And yet again, the Sigma is such a good card, but in Despair, they use their hero power that's 28 AP just to get 1 card. Let's do this. So at least then this will just be 10 second attack gauge.
This one.
Especially that our opponent's deck seems all in on Sigma with Bombast and all that type of stuff.
I can't hear it.
I don't know if Despair is really what they want to be using their hero power on. And we got there. Round 4, and I think the 3rd Despair dot deck. I'll take it. Let's keep this hand. Even our Despair, like, even though, like, they have been kind of different, right? One was a more all-in Sigma. I think we just wait to do this. And I'm going to drop this in the middle because it does have spillover. And I don't really care about killing this spider like right away or anything like this. So the spillover is just going to be so good. Let's do this. And this is why we are just playing 2 A and K, so you're less likely to get it back with our 7 MP units, because getting A and K just feels so bad, because this is one played, not one placed, so it doesn't trigger off of that. But now it's a normal unit, and that got slow for a little bit. That seems fine. But don't worry, when it dies, it'll get agility again. Let's do this to save it. Even though it will have slow, but it has agility, so then it'll just be normal. I know I keep on saying slow, agility, normal so much, but like that is what this deck does, right? Let's make this into a big threat. That's a little unfortunate. Maybe we should just let that stack be like, nope, this stack is fine. But yeah, I know I keep saying those words a lot, but yet again, it's just what this deck does, right? This is the theme of it. It's all about the attack gauge and how fast your attack gauge is going. We could be playing into a cruel game. We'll kind of see. We could do this, but I don't want to put more into a cruel game, so we'll kind of wait to see what they're doing. Then, what's this card? Oh, this is the new Fated Unworthy. Let's just do this. Because at least then these two will have normal attack gauge yet again. Let's do this. What's great about this, when you do growth it to the level 3, it will lose the slow and then it will just have agility. And now this is just a 4/6 flight pressure with agility. We could have gone for lethal a little bit earlier with doing our Maverick on our Moth, but I don't really think that that's worth it because we are just doing so much stuff now. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I really want to do anything. Why give them free AP? We win again. Let's go. Overall, we just went 4-1, and that's fantastic. I did stream this deck a little bit ago. Those games were brand new. They weren't streamed before, but when I was streaming, I was like switching around the numbers and stuff like that, and I was having a pretty good win percentage. And right now, you know, the two more new decks that I've been playing the most are definitely slow decks with Zero and Spirits deck with Oichi, and I think they're both fun and new, but right now my win percentage is higher with the slow deck because it's so efficient. You have so many threats that are pretty good, and your main mitigating factor about why those threats aren't fantastic is because they have slow, but then you're playing cards that pump up your slow units or kind of mitigate that slow or get rid of that slow just right off the bat, and then you're playing great army in a can that has no downside because most all your units have slow. So it's taking a downside, it's playing cards with a downside that are a little bit more buff and making that downside into a positive. And that sounds like a recipe for a really strong deck. And Zero is kind of showing yeah, it is a really strong deck, especially with Zero Fight Against Inner Demons. Because like I said, this hero power is good because it's very cheap at 14 AP. Yes, I tend to not love hero powers that give you a card and that you have to cast a card. However, when your card is Fight Against, Maverick, which is 1 MP play, destroy something 6 or less, that is an extremely good card. Or Maverick Hunter, which yet again, another 1 MP play that gives a friendly unit +2/+4. That is a fantastic card. So it's a cheap hero art that gets you, yes, it gives you cards, which I don't love, but those cards are very, very cheap at 1 MP and are very, very efficient, unlike something like Jill Rocket Launcher or something like that. So overall, I'm really digging this deck, and I cannot wait to play around more with it, because as you notice, we're playing with a lot of new cards and not kind of the broken purple legendaries like Brainwash, stuff like that, because I wanted to test out the new cards to see how they fit, feel, and get a whole, like, just a feel for them. Where now I want to look to see is like, oh, maybe Devil Trigger or Brainwash, and those cards could maybe just make this deck even more powerful. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.